theory showed that.
Hey guys, can you all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
Suresh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And please confirm if you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Visible.
Okay, cool. A very good morning and good evening, guys. So before we start today's session, any questions, guys, so far from whatever we have discussed?
I am trying to code something, Suresh, but I can't able to find out how the error will be gone.
Okay. What was that, Bhargav? What were you trying to do?
I am trying to print a statement along with the strings in the middle
Mhm.
and integers in the middle. It's not taking things.
Okay. So do you have it handy? You want to ping it in the chat window?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, please. So any other concerns, guys? Any other concerns, questions?
I have pinged in the chat, Suresh.
One moment. Just a minute, guys. My chat is still loading.
సిరీస్ ఎవరు చూస్తున్నారా?
Sorry. Bhargav, can you please ping again? I got dropped off. I just
Yeah.
rejoined.
I have pinged it. Can you able to see? All right.
One moment. Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, why is it like that?
How can you add a string and an integer, Bhargav?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what is plus operator? It's a concatenation operator, right? So
Yeah.
when both the operands are integers, it will do an operation, I mean, addition. Okay. When both the operands are strings, it do a concatenation.
Okay.
Okay. So if I have to do this, this is how I'll be doing it. Print F. This is the total amount that will be charged. You don't even have to give all these things. Okay, so hours played, you want to read it from this.
Are you sharing the screen, Suresh?
Yes, I am. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Joined in the phone.
There you go.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Suresh.
Okay. So I think I haven't yet talked about string formatting. Probably we'll discuss about string formatting in strings concept. Okay. But this is the easiest way of string formatting. Okay. So basically just to give you a heads up, not just for Bhargav, this is for everyone. When you want to mix it up with hard-coded string and variables, right? Use these F strings. F stands for format. Okay. You can give whatever the string you want to in a double quote or a single quote, anything would work for a string. But whatever the value you want to read from a variable, right, just give them in curly braces. Okay, so for example, rsplayed is something which is read from the user input, and then total amount is a calculated variable here. Okay, so rsplayed and total amount are variables, and to form a string, what I'm doing is I'm putting them in curly braces. So these values would be dynamically read from these variables.
So
Okay,
instead of curly braces, can we use comma and
you can do
directly?
that as well. You can do that as well. Okay. Now moving on, we'll get started with examples of whatever we have discussed yesterday, guys. We'll start with Python code to check if a given number is a prime number. Okay. So any idea what exactly a prime number is? Satya, your voice is breaking.
Which can be divided by 1 or by the number itself.
Divided by 1 or by the number itself. Okay, any number which is divided by 1 and itself is a prime number. Okay. Now just think about a logic, guys, how we are going to achieve this.
Num modulus 2 equals to 1, then it's a primary number.
Sorry?
No, I mean n percentile 2 equals to 1, then it's a prime number.
No, right? That's an odd number.
Okay, sorry.
Satya, we are not able to hear you. You're breaking up a lot.
If you take any number, that number needs to be, if you divide continuously with all the numbers till that number, it should not be divided, and the mod should not be 0.
Perfect. Okay, so that's going to be my logic too, guys. Okay, I'll take a simple example, right? Let me open my notepad.
Satya, we are not
Satya,
able to hear you.
we are not able to hear you.
Reconnect.
Okay, so let's say I have taken 5. Okay, I'm pretty much know this will be divided by 1 and 5 for sure. Okay, it's not just with 5, but with any number, right? You take any number, that number would be divisible by 1 and itself, no matter what. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check if 5 is divisible by 2 till 4. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check if 5 is divisible by 2, if 5 is divisible by 3, if 5 is divisible by 4. If 5 is not divisible by any of these 3 values, I'm gonna call it as a prime number. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let's say I have taken 6. Okay, 6 as an example. So I'm pretty much know it is divisible by 1 and 6. Okay, now I'll have to check if it is divisible by 2 to 5. Okay, so first things first, it is divisible by 2. It is divisible by 2 itself. Now, do I need to check till 6?
Not required.
Not required. So this is the same logic I'm gonna use, guys, to get whether a given number is a prime number or not. Okay, so going back to Colab, what I'm gonna do is Python code to check if a given number is a prime. So the number would be an input from user. Num is equals to, since it will be an integer, I'm gonna convert it to an integer, and I'm gonna use input function to read input from the keyboard. Just printing some meaningful message, enter a number. Okay, now what loop I should be using here? You want me to go with while loop or for loop?
For loop.
For loop.
Yes, I'm gonna go with for loop because I know what is my lower limit and what is my upper limit, right? So for I in range of maybe I'll give starting from 2, right? 2 till
Number
num.
-1.
Not needed because upper limit is always excluded.
Okay.
Okay, it will iterate only till num -1. Okay. Now what I'm gonna
So
do is I'm gonna calculate remainder for every iteration. Num modulus 2 if remainder equals to 0, which is a non-prime case. Okay. I'm gonna print not a prime number. Okay. And I don't need to evaluate further. So I'm gonna put a break statement over here. Okay. Now how I'm gonna address the prime case. So I have
Yes.
addressed the not. Somebody said else. Okay. But what will happen is this check will happen for every iteration. So whenever this remainder is not equals to 0, it will keep printing prime. Okay, if you put that in else statement. So for example, if I come here, maybe I'll take 9. Okay, when you take 9, it will start with 2. It will print prime. It will start with the next iteration is 3. It will print not prime. And then come out of the loop. Okay. So you shouldn't be putting that in else.
So elif.
you
It's
need
both
to,
same.
You need to increment the variable, the loop count.
We don't need to write. That's how range works. That is done by the range.
Now, if it is match prime, right? No,
And
okay,
simply
not
set continue.
Okay,
Elif.
not needed. So what I'm going to do is if I equals to num minus 1. So what is this condition, guys? If I is equals to num minus 1.
reaching the upper bound.
Yes. If it is reaching the upper bound and if the above condition is not satisfied, it's a prime number. As simple as this. Okay. So this condition will be satisfied only for the last iteration, guys. I repeat, this condition will be satisfied only for the last iteration. Okay. And when this is happening, it's not, sorry, it's a prime number. Okay, because you will come till the last iteration without satisfying this condition, then it's a prime number. At any given iteration, if the highlighted condition is satisfied, remainder is equals to 0, it's not a prime number and it won't go till the last iteration because of this break statement. Make sense?
And whatever the logic you gave num percentage, it should be I, right, instead of 2.
Yes, you are right. My bad. Thank you. Okay, because for every iteration, I'm gonna check if it is divisible by that particular number. Okay, are we good, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, now assignment for everyone, guys. I mean, when I asked for prime number condition, okay, so you have come up with a lot of different suggestions, right? Keeping it in else, keeping it in elif. Okay, I definitely can't rule out that option 2 because there could be multiple ways of implementing your programming logic. Okay, so I want you to go ahead, try. Okay, you don't need to come up with the proper solution, but I want you to understand how your program behaves when you write else, elif, or whatever it is. Okay, so just go and try, guys. Don't use internet. Do not use internet. You can use internet for syntaxes, but not for logic. You know, that way you'll understand the function, how it works. Okay, now let me run this. Maybe I'll give 4, not a prime number. Okay. Enter a number, maybe I'll give 7. Prime number, maybe we'll try with more prime numbers, 19 prime number, and then 23 prime number. This is the highest prime number I can remember.
Can you
Okay,
try 2?
sorry,
Can you try 2?
I'll get back to that. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll start with 0. It's not printing anything, honestly, because it doesn't even go into this for loop. Okay, so there is some problem with this code, right? It's not working for all the inputs. It's working for, you know, maybe some number and above. Now what I'm going to do is if number less than maybe 2 or maybe less than 1, print enter a number greater than 0. Okay, so this is the proper condition, and then I'm gonna put rest everything in else. Can you please go on mute if you're not talking? Thank you.
It will work for 1. Your range is not even in
No,
the
no, I'm gonna address all the cases. It's not yet done. Okay. Now, what if it is 1? Elif number equals to 1. So what is 1, guys? Prime number or a composite number?
It's a composite number.
One is neither prime nor composite.
Neither.
Neither prime nor
Yes.
composite.
Neither prime nor composite. Okay. Now what is 2?
2 is the only prime number.
Prime
Like
number.
even
prime number.
Print prime number. Okay. In any other case, it will start evaluating the cells. Now let me run this. We'll start with 0. Enter a number greater than 0. Didn't calculate anything. Maybe I'll give 1. Neither prime nor composite. And then 2. It's a prime number. And then probably I'll give 56. Not a prime number. Maybe 97. Prime number. Okay. Likewise. Right. So whenever I'm coding, right, I'll start with the simple logic, maybe 1 line, 2 line, and then see what's happening. And then, probably get into the bigger solution. Okay. So I start with a simple 2 statement, 3 statement, and then we'll start building on top of it. That's how I go about it, guys. I mean, everyone will have their own programming approaches, but that's my approach. Are we good so far with the code?
Yes, just checking, like, do we have something like a debugging, like if you enter a value, how the code is being executed in Python?
There is a debugging tool, Satya. You can use that with your IDEs like PyCharm or any other IDEs. I'll be showing you though while I'm walking you through PyCharm. But honestly speaking, right, we don't need a debugging tool in Python, very honestly, because it's an interpreted programming language, right? So you will never execute all the code in one go during the development also. You always have that control. So, honestly, I barely use debugging tool. Okay, so that's another beauty of interpreted programming language. Okay, but nevertheless, we have debugging support by all the IDEs which supports Python development. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
and
Suresh,
also, yeah.
Maybe yesterday I did not attend the class. Just I wanted to know if we are not giving the break, that loop will continues, right?
Yes, it will continue.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. So another funny part, I mean, just because this debugging came into the topic, right? Out of 100 developers, okay, don't take it wrong, guys. But my experience so far, I could be wrong too. But whomever I have encountered out of 100 developers, 75 to 80 developers still rely on print statements to debug their code. Okay, so maybe 20 to 25 developers out of 100, they use proper debugging tools. I'm talking about, the compiled programming languages itself, like Java and, whatever you have. Okay, so that's a funny fact actually. I have seen people with 12-year, 13-year experience into programming. They still rely on print statements to debug their code until and unless you have a big code, like, the code spread across 10 different files. Okay. Yeah. So this is our first code on, loops. Let's move on to the second one. Python code to check if a given number is an Armstrong. Any idea what exactly an Armstrong number is? Any idea? Yes, no, maybe.
No.
Okay. So let me tell you guys. Now you take any number, maybe I'm taking 121. Okay. Now you divide this number into digits. Okay. Which is 1, 2, and then 1. Then you calculate cubes of each number. Okay. So 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, and then 3 cube is 1. And then do the sum. 1 plus 8 plus 1 is 10. If this 10 is equals to the actual number, that number is what we call as Armstrong number. That number is what we call as Armstrong number. Maybe I'll take 153. Okay, when you divide them into digits, 1, 5, and then 3. Now 1 cube is 1, 5 cube is 125, and then 3 cube is 27. Okay, so 27 plus 1 is 28. 28 plus 125 is 153. So this 153 is an Armstrong number. Are we good? Okay, so this is applicable only for 3-digit number, guys. But if it is a 4-digit number, you'll have to calculate to the power of 4 of all the digits. If it is a 5-digit number, you'll have to calculate power of 5 for all the digits. Okay, so I'm gonna stick to 3-digit number in the session, and you can write a generic code as an assignment. Okay, first let's get started with this. Before we get into the coding, I want to explain magic with 10. Okay, so 153 modulus 10. What is the output, guys? 3. So it will always get the last digit when you divide. Okay, and let's say I'm using floor division with same 153. 153 floor division 10. Can you guess what the output here?
12.
5. 153 floor division 10 is equals to 15. Okay. Now this is the magic. Now you extract a digit and then you get the remaining number. Again, you extract a digit, calculate cube and sum it. Okay, so that's how we are going to work on this. Now 15 percentile 10 would give me 5. Okay, now 15 floor division 10 is equals to 1. 1 modulus 10 is equals to how much?
0.1.
1. It's a remainder operator, right? And now 1 floor division 10 is 0. Okay, so I'm gonna automate this. I'm not gonna do it manually because it's not going to be 153 every single time. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in a loop. It will iterate till the number is greater than 0. It will iterate till the number is greater than 0. At some point, it will become 0, right? I'm gonna show you. First things first, I'm gonna take input from the user. Num is equals to int of input of, we enter a number. Okay, now which loop I should be going here, guys? For loop or while loop?
While.
Yes, I'm gonna go with while. While number greater than 0. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna calculate remainder is equals to, or maybe I'll call it as digit, is equals to number modulus 10. Okay, so once I got this number, I will have to add it to a, I mean, I'll have to store it in some variable, for the next iteration to calculate the sum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable called sum is equals to 0. Okay. And now sum is equals to sum plus digit cube. Digit cube. Okay. Or you can also do it using assignment operator as well. Sum plus is equals to digit cube. Okay. So what's happening here is once the digit has been extracted, I'm going to calculate the digit cube and I'm adding it to the sum. First iteration, it will be digit cube itself because sum value is 0. And in the second iteration, it will be the previous digit cube plus the current digit cube. Okay. And in the third iteration, it will keep on adding that iteration's digit cube. Okay, till this condition is satisfied or till this loop is broken. Now, for the next iteration, my number should be the remaining number. So num is equals to num floor division 10. Okay. Now, once I'm done with this, I'll have some value. I'll have to check this sum is equals to the actual number. But unfortunately, I'm changing the actual number variable in every iteration. Okay. For the same reason, I'm gonna store it in a temp variable. Temp is equals to num. Okay. So outside this while loop, I'm gonna check if temp is equals to num. If yes, I'm printing Armstrong. Else, I'm gonna print not an Armstrong. Okay. Now let me explain how this code works. Okay. First things first, I'm gonna give 153. Okay. Now it will store this 153 value in this temp variable. Okay, because we wanted to compare this with the final sum. Okay, and then sum is equals to 0 and 153 greater than 0. Now digit is equals to 153 modulus 10, which is 3. Sum is equals to 9. Sorry, 27, 3 cube, 3 into 3 into 3. And then num is equals to I'm calculating the remaining number because now that 3 has been evaluated. Okay, so I want the remaining number, which is 15. So when I do floor division, 153 floor division 15, sorry, 153 floor division 10, I get 15. Now my num value will be 15. I'm assigning it to the same variable. Okay, now in the second iteration, 15 greater than 0, condition is true. A digit is equals to Sabita, can you please go on mute? Thank you. Okay, so now my num value is equals to 15. Num greater than 0, 15 greater than 0, condition is true. Digit is equals to 15 modulus 10. Okay, 15 modulus 10 will give us 5. Now 5 cube is 125. Sum is equals to 125 plus the previous sum, which is 27. It's going to be 152. Now number is equals to 15 floor division 10. 15 floor division 10. It will be 1. Now the next iteration, condition check, 1 greater than 0, true. Now 1 modulus 10, 1. Okay. Now 1 cube is 1. The previous value stored in sum is 152. 152 plus 1 is 153. Now number is equals to 1 floor division 10 is 0. Is 0. Now the condition check. Number greater than 0, false. Now the control would come out of the loop. Okay. So temp is equals to num. It's a wrong condition. Ideally, I should be checking it with sum. Okay. So sum is currently having 153. Temp is currently having 153. It will just print Armstrong because both of them are same.
Suresh, can you please explain? I didn't get it.
Can you can you point which line of code you didn't get it?
Now it throwed error, right? Why it throwed the error? I didn't get it.
Because I stopped here.
Suresh, I have
So for example, I'm running this.
wait.
I have given an input 153 and then I have stopped it here. It will throw an error. It's an interruption. Basically, it's not an error.
Oh,
You
okay,
see,
got it,
it's
got it.
interrupted by user.
You never
Okay.
do the sum of 3 digits, right? Did you?
Sorry,
You never did the sum of 3 digits.
you don't have to, right? Here I'm summing it for every iteration.
That is cube.
Yeah, I
So
have
this
doubt.
is
Suresh.
one moment, please. Let him
Suresh,
complete.
I think if you add the print statements at each space, it's easy to understand because it gives the output at each value of the in each variable, like a
Guys,
digit, sum.
I'll take all your inputs, but let me finish, please. Okay. So somebody was saying I haven't summed it up. Sum plus is equals to digit cube.
Mm,
So this is equals to sum is equals to sum plus digit cube, right?
correct. Correct.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, please, next person. You can go ahead.
I have doubt, Suresh Garu. Can you
Yeah,
try
Lakshmi.
another, this code is for 4-digit number. You said your Armstrong number is for up to 4. I mean, for example, it's 153, 3-digit number, right?
Mhm.
So, digit cube you put in the code, but
Yes.
if you take 4-digit number, so how can we put there? I mean,
That's the assignment I have given you, right?
I can't get it.
No, that's the assignment I have given you, right?
Yes, Suresh is giving only code for 3 digit and
Yes.
n number of digits we have to write the code.
This is a typical classroom. I take the easiest one and I give you the difficult one.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, somebody is suggesting
That
me to
means we need to
use.
change the code for each time, right? I mean,
You
if
don't
we
have
take,
to.
okay.
You don't have to. So
You have to
basically,
create a
there will
generic
be
code.
yes, there will be a couple of changes here in this code, and I want you to figure that out. So basically, I'll give you the clue. You will have to get the size of the number you are giving, whether you have 3-digit, 4-digit, 5-digit, right?
Yeah.
And then based on that size, you'll replace this 3 with that size.
Yeah, get it.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank you.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, here if you take a size of that input number means number of digits it will give, right?
Correct. Okay, I'll give you that logic as well. So here we are converting it into an integer, right? You don't have to do that. Say for example, if number is equals to, don't convert it into integer right away. You do input of enter a number. It will be a string. Okay, and then there is a function called length. Length of num should give me how many digits you have in that or how many characters you have in that string. 153 is 3. We will give some random value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Output is 6. Okay, you can use this function to get it. Okay, and alternately, when you know what to do, it's all about Python. Python code to get number of digits in a number. Okay, they'll be giving a different logic though. This is one logic how you can get the number of digits. Okay, so this is the approach which I have taken, length of string of num. Okay, so this is the reason I give you assignments, and I want you to do some research from your end so that you'll get to know more.
Okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, and somebody was suggesting me to use a print statement. I totally agree, that would make your life easy. but I don't want you to sit in a comfortable zone when I'm teaching. Okay, so whatever the print statements will do, I have tried to explain it over here. Okay, and I don't want to do that. Okay, but you can do it offline, right? So guys, I'll tell you something. When you are learning, I'll just spend a couple of minutes before we move on to the next example. Whenever you are learning a programming language, right? Don't get into comfort zone when you are listening to the session. Trust me, and it will work for you. Just practice this for next 10 sessions or 15 sessions, whatever we are left with, and then you will notice a clear difference in your understanding levels. List down all the points, what you want to do or what you thought of doing, or something which you felt really uncomfortable. And then when you go back, open Google Colab. It would hardly take a minute for you to, open this Google Colab and then, connect to runtime. And then, whatever you have in your mind, right, just make your hands dirty, type it. So generally, I don't share the notebooks till the end of module 1. Okay, so usually if you take my Python course alone, which is of 2-month duration, for the first 1 month, I'll never share the notebooks because I want folks to go through the recording and type it. I don't want them to do the copy and paste job. Okay, because that is when, programming will be there on your fingertips. Okay, let's say now I'm attending any interviews or maybe I'm attending any hackathons or, I'm solving some online competitions. I rarely go and check for a function in Google. Most of the time, I mean, functions, maybe still I would go and look for functions, whatever are available, because I can't remember hundreds of functions that are available. But, most frequently used functions and most of the syntaxes, I don't really go and Google it because since every day I'm teaching, I have them on my fingertips. And also, I do data engineering, PySpark. Okay, I'm a data engineer basically. The same happens there as well. Day in and day out, I keep writing code, lot of code. Okay, I memorize most of the syntaxes. I mean, you'll get used to it. Okay, so I want you to spend that 1 hour quality time in going through the recording. I hope 100% of you are joining from US. Maybe few of you might be joining from India, very less percentage though. So by the time you wake up, this recording would be uploaded. At least that's the expectation. If that expectation is not being met, you go raise the concern. Okay, and when you wake up tomorrow, just spend an hour or maybe a couple of hours going through what we have discussed and practicing what we have discussed. Okay, and then at the end of the day, we have limited time. Okay, I'm not talking about our course. Even in generic, any course will be of 2 months, 3 months. Okay, or maximum if you are taking a master's course, 6 months. Even that 6 months is not enough for teaching everything. Okay, so whenever we have discussed about one particular concept, maybe we are talking about loops and control statements. So I want you guys to go back, practice whatever that's been discussed in the class first, and then start exploring, guys. I mean, what other websites have, what other tutors are talking about, that would give you different directions, different thought processes. Hope I'm making sense.
Yes.
Okay. And like I always say, you are stuck somewhere, you have any questions, I'm available for you next day. You can get your doubts cleared. And also, the problem with spoon feeding, you will be very comfortable understanding whatever I have taught in class. Okay. But, if that continues without any practice for next 5 days, 6 days, 7th day, you'll start facing issues. And 8th day, you'll start losing interest. Okay. Maybe you'll feel comfortable, but you'll not be able to write, you will never be able to write code on your own. Okay. And one bad thing with programming, even me, if I take 3-4 month break from programming and get into managerial aspects, and when I start coding in the 5th month, I'll struggle. Okay, so programming is brutal, guys. Okay. Cool. So let's play a game now. There are other examples too, but I don't want to go into too many theoretical kind of examples. So let's play a game. Okay. Now here are the rules. There will be 21 sticks. This is a sticks game. There will be 21 sticks, and you can choose 1 to 4 number of sticks at a time. So basically, 2 players will be playing this game. One player is any of us, and our opponent would be computer, the code, whatever we have written. Okay. Now, talking about the game, right? There will be 21 sticks, and the player and computer will play in tandem. Okay, where both of them can choose any number of sticks between 1 to 4. Minimum is 1, maximum is 4, and they play in turns. Okay, and whoever picks the last stick will lose the game. Let me play and show you. Here are some instructions I'm printing. There are 21 sticks. You can take 1 to 4 number of sticks at a time, and whoever will take the last stick will lose. Okay, now I'm running this. Sticks left 21. Computer is asking me to pick 1 to 4 sticks. Maybe I'll pick 2. Computer took 3. There are still 16 sticks left. Maybe I'll give a wrong input. I'm giving 6. Showing wrong choice. Maybe I'll give 0. Showing wrong choice. Okay, I'll have to pick anywhere in between 1 to 4. Maybe I'll pick 3 this time. Computer took 2. Maybe I'll pick 4. Computer took 1. Maybe I'll pick 4 again. So I have to pick the last stick. Okay, are we good with the game? Rules, I mean to say.
Yeah.
Anybody would like to challenge my code? I'm running this. So anybody would like to, give the inputs? How many sticks you want to pick?
3.
Okay. 2 sticks left. 16.
4.
4. Okay. 11.
2.
2. Okay.
4.
4. Okay. You have no choice left. Only 1 stick left. So anybody else would like to try? Vinod, you want to try?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead.
1 stick.
1 stick. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, computer can pick only 4, right?
Yeah, maximum 4. Minimum 1. Okay, so there are 16 left now.
4, 4, 16. 4.
Gonna go with 4.
Mm-hmm.
11 left.
I pick 1.
1.
Gonna pick 1. Okay. 6 left.
So computer can pick 1.
It's very intelligent.
Yeah. If you take 1, it will take 4, and then again 1 will be left.
I pick 2.
You pick 2. I told you it's very intelligent. I'm so sorry, guys. You can never win this game.
There is no way we can beat it.
Sorry.
There is no way.
What
we
if
can
we have
beat it.
taken 4 in the last? Like, could we have won?
No, it will throw an
Then
error
computer
saying
will
that
take
you
1.
can pick only 1.
You take 4, but computer will take 1, and again 1 will be left.
Yes. So
You have to bring the state of
It's a
5
bias.
left.
it's a gamble game.
It's
guys.
biased.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
biased towards
sorry.
computer.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
5 each time. If we take 1, it will take 4. I mean, each
Yes.
time 5 is going on, right?
That's correct. So when you are starting the game, you can never win. Okay, so no matter how many sticks you pick, computer will pick in such a way that the total will be 5. So he picked 1, Vinod, and computer took 4. The total is 5. Meaning in 4 turns it will be 20 and you'll have to pick the last one. Okay, so in the next iteration he picked 4 and computer picked 1. In the next turn he picked 1, computer took 4. Okay, so it's basically a biased game. Okay, so generally when I do this, right, with my normal batches, I would tell them I would refund your course money if you win this game. Okay, so here we go. The logic is very simple. Sticks is equals to 21, the total number of sticks. I'm gonna calculate the sticks here and I'm using an infinite loop. Okay, so why should I go with infinite loop, guys?
We don't know how many choices user can make.
Yes, how many times we will have to go through the iteration? You might ask me, was 4 5s 20, right? So only 4 iterations? No, when you give a wrong choice, it can be 5, it can be 6, it can be 10, it can be any. If you keep on giving wrong choices. Okay, so it's infinite loop. Okay, and I'm printing sticks left. Okay, so this is how I look at it. Now I'm running this. You see the green mark over here. Right now the statement being executed is this. Okay, now I can pick, I'm giving 5. Okay, if sticks is equals to 1, then you took the last stick and you lose. If sticks taken is in between 5 or 0, greater than or equals to 5 or less than or equals to 0, then I'm printing wrong choice and then continue, meaning I'm skipping the execution of these 2 steps. Okay, if I give 5, wrong choice, now sticks left is 21, still 21. Now I'll give the right choice, 4. Okay, now when you're not going into these 2 conditions, you know, this is the core logic where I have written the biased one. Now what it will print is computer took 5 minus sticks taken. 5 minus sticks taken would be 1 here in this case, 5 minus 4, 1. And this backslash and you are seeing here, right? These are 2 next line characters to give some space. You see the space over here. These are the 2 lines. We got that because of this backslash and. Okay, now the sticks value would be updated because 5 sticks have already been chosen from 21. So 21 minus 5, 16, and the next iteration. Now I'm printing sticks left is 16. Okay, maybe I'll give 4. Computer will take 1 again. Maybe I'll give 3. Computer will take 2. Okay, maybe I'll give 5. You know, wrong choice. It went into this if loop. Sorry, this if condition. And I don't want these 2 lines to execute because it's a wrong choice. That is the reason I have given continue over here. So these 2 lines will be skipped and it will go to the next iteration. Now I'll give maybe 2. Computer will take 3. And finally sticks left is 1. And when I give 1, sticks value would be 1. And you took the last stick, you lose. And we don't need to iterate further. So break statement. 1. You took the last stick and you lose. Are we good? Yes, no, maybe.
I couldn't understand the logic at the last statement. 6 equal to 6 minus 5, Suresh.
So sticks is, you will have to update it for the next iteration, right, Bhargav? So for example, now you have 21 sticks. Okay, and you have taken 2 sticks and then computer have taken 3 sticks. So 5 sticks were already taken, which
Okay.
means for next iteration, the value has to be 16, but not 21, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this line of code is doing that.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Awesome. And this is the way you should be asking any questions in programming, guys. I love this way. When you come back with pointing the line of code you are not able to understand or the block of code you are not able to understand rather than saying, can you please explain this code again? Okay. So if you don't understand 75% of the code, you can still tell me, you know, boss, this block, I don't understand. Maybe you just understood only int and input. That is also still fine, but point me, these are the lines of code which I don't understand. Okay, there is a reason. When you do that, I understand your pain point. Whether you don't understand the logic or whether you didn't understand what I'm trying to achieve by a particular line of code, and I should be able to clarify it in a better way. Okay. So you wanna play another game?
Yeah, you want to, okay, instead of sticks minus 5, right? If you choose a random of 1 to 4 or 1 to 5.
That is
it won't
something
be
which you should do here, not in this line.
Okay. Yeah.
Then it won't be a biased game.
Biased, right? Biased game.
Yeah.
I just want.
I'm gonna give that to you as an assignment, but before that I'll have to introduce random to you, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that I'm gonna do in the next example. Okay, now this is a very fair game, guys. This is a guessing game. So basically computer would think of some number in between 1 to 20 and you'll have to guess it. Okay, now I have imported random. I'll tell you, basically, I'm not gonna get into the code now. Let's play the game first and then we'll talk about the code. Okay, now you have 4 choices. I mean, 4 chances. You'll have to guess that number. So computer have now chosen a number between 1 to 20. Now you'll have to go guess it. Come on, guys, go for a guess in between 1 to 20.
9.
9. Okay, it will give you clue to your guess is low, meaning it's above 9.
More than 9.
14.
14. Your guess is still low, it's above 14.
20. 17. 19.
Okay, I'll go with the first one, 17. It's still low, it's in between 17 to 20.
20.
I heard 19 first, I'm going with 19. Okay, you have guessed it.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm running it again. No, wait, I think I'll have to run this first. I'm running it again. Yeah, go for it.
12.
4. Low, it's greater than 4.
12.
12. It's greater than 12.
18.
Yes. Okay. So basically, I'm not sure about how you are guessing it, but generally, if I were you, I would go with a binary search approach. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it into half. One moment.
I will choose 10. Then I will
Yes.
cut in for our
Correct. I'm gonna take 10. Okay. Your guess is high, meaning now half of the elements were eliminated. Okay, meaning 10 to 20 are gone. Now I have 1 to 10. Now I'm gonna go with the mid value again, 5. It is high, meaning it's still lower than 5. 5 to 1. I'm gonna go with mid value again, 2 or 3. Maybe I'll go with 3. Okay, so this is binary search, guys. This is what I call as binary search. Okay, this is one of the search algorithms when you learn DSA, data structures and algorithms. Okay, so this is one of the search algorithm. We have linear search, binary search. Okay, that is an application. This code is not for binary search though. Right, so now I'm using this random module. Basically, whenever we are doing or whenever you want to pick something in random, especially when you are writing code for some gaming, right? This random module is very helpful. Okay, so import random. I'm just importing it, and then in random module you have a function called randint. This randomly choose a number between the upper limit and lower limit you passed here. 2 arguments. So first argument is lower limit and second argument is upper limit. It will pick one number randomly in between these two. This is a very straightforward code. Okay, so I'm only giving 4 chances to guess the correct answer or the correct number. So I'm running my for loop 4 times. I'm running my for loop 4 times. So here I have given 1 to 5. If you want, you can give 0 to 4, whatever you are comfortable with. and I'm asking user to take a guess. If that guess is less than the secret number which I'm storing here, I'm printing guess is low, else I'm printing guess is high. In other case, I'm just printing congratulations, you have guessed it correctly, and then I'm coming out of this loop. Say for example, if the player was able to guess the random number correctly in the first iteration or second iteration, I don't need to go for other 2 iterations. So that's the reason I'm using break statement here. Are we good?
Suresh, I have a question. Like this guesses taken, guess, all those things are already like defined in the functions, or like
No, they are all variables.
Oh, okay, variables.
So yeah, this
And
guess
also this
taken,
whole code we need to run in 2 parts, or we can continuously run as a single.
you can continue in one code also.
Okay.
Okay, so just to print these, interesting messages, I put it there, but you can run it in one go also.
Okay, then
Okay.
only just the random is a library and rand int,
Yes.
all those things are functions. Okay. The
Yes.
secret number, guess taken, guess, all these things
They
are
are all
variables. which we
variables.
define.
Instead of guess taken, I can give one I.
Understood.
Okay. So just
So
I generally
Sorry.
don't believe in giving some random variable names. Okay. Yeah, please go ahead. Somebody is saying something funny.
No, this is Srinath.
Srinath,
How
okay.
do we know? How do we know like which modules we can import and what kind of functions we have in that modules?
Why do you want to know all of them? You will know whenever needed.
Okay, but how can we know like which one is available and which we can use it?
You Google it, you'll get to know. So Python program to generate a random number, the first one itself. You have to get the what you call requirement, right, Srinath? So here my requirement is generating a random number. I have the requirement, I'll Google accordingly.
Okay.
Okay. So you don't have to memorize all the functions and other things. There are functions which you'll have to remember, especially the string functions or int functions, which we keep using frequently. But this random or other things which you use once in a while, you don't have to remember.
Okay.
Okay. Are we good, everyone? Cool. We'll take a pause here. We still have a couple of programs left. That's fine. We'll discuss those examples tomorrow, and then we'll start functions, Python functions. Okay. Cool. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I hope
Bye-bye.
you had a good day today. I don't know how many of you are cricket fans, but we have a big day tomorrow.
We watched it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. 3 nights it has been production and issue,
Thank you.
and yesterday night it was a cricket match. Yeah, cool.
It was a Kalki release also.
Kalki yesterday and tomorrow the final.
Yeah, Kalki yesterday, but I have booked my tickets for Saturday, so I'm still managing that excitement.
It's worth the wait.
Yeah, maybe. No spoilers, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I stopped looking at all the social media platforms. Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.